What's up, Beastome Nation? Happy almost opening day. I know we got at least a few weeks, but it feels like the season's getting closer and closer. So I feel like now's a good time to do my season preview. I'm going to go over every single team. I usually don't do this. Like, this is just usually very for the paid clients, but I'm going to give you this part for free. You can get the Beastome draft guide. Send me an email at beast@beastome.com. So we're going to do a home run derby as we go over every single team. So let's just get the best players. This is 2003. Who else we got? I love Tony Batista's batting stance. Got to have Jeff Bagwell. How can't you have Jeff Bagwell in there? Larry Walker's a stud. Tomei's a stud. We gotta go Sosa. Who else is a stud? Manny's a stud. Pujols is a stud. And let's see, we need one more. Chipper Jones. Oh, how can you not go Chipper Jones? Jason Giambi. Adam Dunn's personally my favorite. Adam Dunn's one of my favorite players. You know, I actually got my fantasy baseball career started the first year I was on Fantasy Pros. Well, actually, I was at a Yahoo Fantasy Baseball conference, and I was talking to all those guys, Brandon Funston, I forget their names. Yankee Stadium, I like that. Old Yankee Stadium, too. So anyways, I'm talking shop with them, and they're like, oh, Adam Dunn's done. I'm like, Adam Dunn is not done. And so then I started Beastome, because I'm like, these guys have no idea what they're talking about. And what ended up happening is Adam Dunn hit 40 plus home runs that year with the White Sox. And the rest has been history. All right, so let me, we're going to go team by team. I'm going to give you my quick thoughts. You can get the draft guide by sending an email to beast@beastome.com or following on social media. I'm at Beastome on Instagram. I'm at Beastome.com on Twitter. You can just send me a DM. All right. So let's go over all the teams, team by team. We're just going to do a quick rundown of what I expect this year. But let me just get this started. All right, we got Frank Thomas leading things off. Okay, so Arizona, we'll start with them. They have a good pitching staff, nothing like amazing. I'm not aiming for any of these guys in fantasy. Same with closer, nothing I'm in love with there. That's a committee. The infield for the Diamondbacks, I mean, it's pretty solid. Arenado, if you're in a super deep league, why not? 20 home runs. Jordan Lawler, he could be the real deal, maybe 20 home runs. Kevin Marte's great. Corbin Carroll's great, but you know what? Corbin Carroll, I don't know if he's got the pop anymore. I'm not first round, second round pick Corbin Carroll guy. Vegas Athletics or Sacramento, I guess. Pitching staff's just awful. I can't believe Severino's their ace. By the way, I've done this video 3 times. I've been having some audio issues, but now I finally figured it out. So looking at this, I already know everything I'm going to say. There goes Frank, the big hurt. The big hurt. You know what's funny? I shouldn't even say this, but I'm going to say it. Frank Thomas's daughter was trying to date me, but didn't follow through on that one. A's depth chart. They got a good offense. Langoliers, Kurtz, Soderstrom, Butler. I love Lawrence Butler this year. I like him to bounce back. Brent Rooker. Like, their offense is going to put up runs, but their pitching's not going to get anything done. They're basically like the Colorado Athletics. That's what they should just change their name to at this point. All right, next we're going Arizona. By the way, this is top 4 home run hitters are going to advance. A-Rod's definitely a sleeper to take this one. This is when A-Rod got that ridiculous contract. All right, so Atlanta, great starting pitchers. Love Strider. Sales, great. I can see bullpen by committee. Roberto Suarez coming over from San Diego. Iglesias struggled last year. He could struggle again. Oh, man. I can't believe that didn't go out. Infield for the Braves, top notch, all around. We'll see how long Kim is out for at shortstop. He could be a good deep sleeper if you need one. Early May, I don't know. Yastrzemski, Michael Harris, Acuna. They got Sean Murphy, who might DH full time when he's back. I see Yastrzemski playing every day. He's a good deep sleeper. Let's keep it going. Atlanta, they got a good team. They're for real this year. Oh my goodness, that was crushed. Oh, he's on a roll. Let's see A-Rod make this comeback really quick. Oh, he's not done. He's not done. Wow, electric. All right, Baltimore Orioles. I don't like their pitching staff. Bradish is going way too high. Trevor Rogers was nice. Like, he was just too good to ignore. Chris Bassett over the hill. Shane Baz unproven. Zach Eflin. He just had some good moments in Philly. Nothing special. Helsley at closer. That should help. Not lockdown closer. I could see a committee. Bautista might come back after the All-Star break. But they got other good relievers. Helsley has to be perfect to keep that job. Pete Alonso's a great signing. Love the infield. Oh, could feel that one. Outfield, Taylor Ward was a good signing. Cowser, you know what? He's actually not bad. He's a 2020 guy easily. All right, Barry Bonds time. You know, I'm saying right now, Barry Bonds wins this home run derby. Just gone. A lefty at Yankee Stadium. That was that lefty jet stream right there. Oh my goodness. Who doesn't love watching Bonds just hit towering shots? Okay, let's focus. I mean, I like the Orioles offense. Their pitching staff, they're like a better version of the Athletics. If they're in the AL West, they could compete, but not so much. I don't like Jackson Holiday has an injury to his hand. It could really affect his power. Let's see what they're saying about Jordan Westburg. Yeah, out until at least May. I don't know. I don't like when players start the season injured. Tyler O'Neill, bounce back season coming. Book it. Okay, let's go to Boston. Boston's got a good pitching staff. I don't know. I feel like that park is such a hitter's ballpark that in today's baseball, like, I wouldn't trust him. Like, Crochet's great, but is he bulletproof? I don't know. Oh, that ball was just hanging there. Story at short. Wilson Contreras at first. Costas needs to come back, and Contreras needs to go to catcher. That's what needs to happen there. Outfield is great outfield. Their outfield could carry them. Duran, he's a stud. He goes early, but he's a stud. Sedane, he's all right. And Abreu, Roman Anthony, like, it's a good outfield. They're going to win games. They're better than the Baltimore Orioles. Chicago Cubs. Yeah, let's just turn this down a smidge. Even though everyone just home run just feels epic. Oh, Bonds getting the crowd into it. Cubs, great. I'd say solid pitching staff. Solid pitching staff, 1 through 5. Palencia looks like he's going to be the closer. Outfield is great. Happ, PCA, Suzuki. I like PCA. He's a true 30-30, 30-40 type of guy. Bregman, great addition. Michael Busch, I think a little overrated, but I just like the Cubs. Cubs are good this year. Their pitching staff, inconsistent. That's what's going to hurt them. All right, we're going to go Chicago White Sox. First, let's get Bagwell situated. Yep, they got the batting stance. They got the batting stance. That would happen to Bagwell. All right, White Sox pitching. Shane Smith, he can't be your ace. Sir Anthony Dominguez, good late sleeper if you want a closer. It's just they got no one else, and Sir Anthony's been due. He's a Beastdome legend. You can search him in the search bar to see how far back Sir Anthony goes. Oh, that one's crushed. Murakami, 25, 30 home runs. You know, there's upside there. If he goes late enough, sure. Not a must target. Not really a good team. It's just not a good team. It feels like if there was tanking in baseball, the Chicago White Sox are a team that's tanking in baseball. Just no one you really want to draft. Bagwell. Jim Thome would have been a better choice than Bagwell. Bagwell's got to get hot or it's over. Oh, there's one. Cincinnati. Cincinnati's got a good pitching staff. I do like what they got. It's like a better pitching staff than Baltimore for sure, and a better pitching staff than the Cubs if we're talking about like NL Central. Bullpen, it's okay. I don't know if Pagan's going to keep that job. They got a lot of depth in their infield. McClain's going to have a big year, very undervalued. They just got a lot of depth, a lot of guys that need to play. I could see some players getting benched, like no one playing consistently besides Suarez and Ellie De La Cruz and McClain and Stevenson. Feels like everything else is interchangeable. I don't know. Is Bagwell going to advance? He needs to finish in top 4. I believe like 5 would get him in second. He needs this one. I don't think he's got the distance. I don't think he has the distance at all. Nope. All right, so halfway through the first round, let's move on. Cincinnati, they're better than the Cubs. Just because, I don't know, it's that matchup is going to be very, very close every time they play, Cubs and Reds. Oh, Sosa. Can't forget about Sosa. What a start. All right, Guardians, good pitching staff. Cade Smith, he's a lockdown closer. He'll get the job done. Manzardo, I like Manzardo a lot. I like Jose Ramirez a lot, of course. And they got a lot of young outfielders to go with Kwan. But Rhys Hoskins, he could bounce back. He's a guy no one's thinking about. He could definitely, he's due for one. Cleveland, do they have a good team? I don't know. I don't think so. If they're in the playoffs, it's one and done, but I don't even know if that offense doesn't scare me enough. How many home runs does Sosa have? 4? Oh, Sosa's making his name heard. Oh, that went out? He's making his name heard in Yankee Stadium. All right, Rockies. Terrible pitching staff, but, you know, it doesn't matter who they throw back there. It'd be a terrible pitching staff. Jose Quintana still in the major leagues. He's been around, it feels like, since I was a kid. All right, Goodman, 30 fluke home run season. Maybe he'll do it again, but it's really Colorado that's making that happen. Rumfield, I like him, but we don't know if he's going to get the job. Willie Castro, Beastdome sleeper, Free Willie. Tovar, 20-plus home runs, good shortstop, sleeper. Solid outfield, Beck, Doyle, McCarthy, and Moniak. All those guys are good. All those guys will find a way to play every day. I see everyone playing. Like, those guys are actually good players. Oh, Sammy taking the lead. All right, let's go to Detroit. I mean, Colorado, their hitting's not good enough. And their pitching's not good enough. They're also tanking for no reason. They also have Zach Veen in the minors, and eventually he looks like he's going to be the real deal. That guy got big, and he's already a top prospect. Okay, Detroit Tigers, great pitching staff, 1 through 5 can all pitch to win. Verlander, he's going for some records now. I believe he's like 19 wins away from like 400 wins or something. Something that will never be done again. There goes Sosa. All right. Manny's got to make a comeback. Got to get a lot happening here. All right, Detroit Tigers. Kenley Jansen, I don't know if he's going to hold on to that closer role all year. He definitely has to keep it. in order to get it. I know he's 25 saves away from something historic, so he should be able to lock that up. But if he struggles, Finnegan and Vest can get the job done. They have a good infield, the Tigers. McKinstry is so good that I feel like they have to find playing time for him somehow, some way. Their outfield's actually good as well. Veerling off the bench will make someone platoon, but Riley Green is a star. Meadows, supposed to be a star. Wenzel Perez, very underrated. Kerry Carpenter, they like him. Tigers have a good team. Don't sleep on the Tigers. This could be the year of the Tiger. Next, we got the Houston Astros. Great, solid starting staff, not as automatic as they used to be. Josh Hader might be out to start the year, but he's not expected to miss much time at all. That's a crush. Infield is great for the Astros. Zach Cole's their new young rookie that they like, batting leadoff. We'll see if that sticks. We'll see. No, it's probably not going to stick. I feel like you got to just, I don't know. They have an interesting team. Jordan Alvarez has to find a way to play some outfield this year so they can get Paredes bat in the lineup. They have a good team. I feel like, oh my God, Manny Ramirez is he's on some sort of streak right here. I wouldn't have been dancing if I were him. Oh, it doesn't even matter. He's just keeping it going. Manny being Manny. Is that gone? That is gone. How many in a row is this? All right, let's keep going. Houston's got a good team. Houston, there is no problem. Okay, let's go to Kansas City. Cole Reagans, he might be good, but he might be overrated. I don't know if I'm in love with him as much as I used to be. Good infield. Perez, Pasquantino. Pasquantino's ready to have a good year. Miguel Garcia, lost stolen bases. Bobby Witt, he's a star. Outfield, not so great. Carter Jensen, not in love with. Kansas City's got an okay team. Detroit's definitely better than them, and Detroit's better than Cleveland, and Kansas City and Cleveland. So Detroit's winning the AL Central. I'm very confident of that. Well, we haven't done Minnesota, but they're looking good. All right, Angels. I actually like the Angels this year. They're probably not going to do well, but they actually have a really very underrated pitching staff. Kikuchi, Soriano, Detmers could bounce back. Grayson Rodriguez. Bullpen's pretty good when everyone's healthy. Good infield. Christian Moore, very undervalued. Yohan Moncada, if anyone was due, it's Moncada. Neto's a star. Chanel's got no power. Logan Ohape, he's part of the Beast Dome strategy. Josh Lowe, Trout, Adele Soler. I like the Angels this year. Call me crazy. Are they better than the Astros? Probably not. They're not. But it's close. It's close. It's close where they can upset them. So Pujols needs at least, I think, 2 home runs to advance. I expect him to get it. All right, Dodgers. Dodgers are the not fair team of baseball. From Yamamoto, all of their 5 starters are draftable studs. Edwin Diaz, article ready on him. He's must draft. Infield, top notch. Edman might miss a little bit of time, but I expect him to retain that starting job even when he's healthy. And then Kyle Tucker was a huge move. Andy Pages, I don't know if he's the real deal. I just don't. He just didn't look that good his rookie year, and I know he had a big sophomore year, and he's young and he's in the heart of that lineup. I guess, how can you not? They have no one else that can take his place, so it'll keep him around. I'm giving him more credit than I was heading into this video. All right, Miami Marlins. Marlins have a good young pitching staff, but, their offense, on the other hand, is very, very below average. I do like Otto Lopez as a deep sleeper. Oh, Adam Dunn. Let's go, Adam. I had put him on because he's the guy. Let's go, Adam Dunn. This episode started with you. All right. Marlins depth chart. That was a crush. I love Christopher Morel, but, you know, you got to be in a pretty deep league to get Morel. How far was that? 444? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Save it for the second round, Adam Dunn. We're good. You're good. Okay, Miami Marlins, they are done. Let's go to the Milwaukee Brewers. I don't like the Brewers pitching staff so much. There's not one player in fantasy that I would feel like is must draft. Mizorowski had a moment where it seemed like he could be the real deal, but no. Wow, Adam Dunn. Okay, you ready? Advanced. Just chill. Okay, catchers infield for the Brewers. It's a good infield. You know, William Contreras is a little overrated in my opinion, but he's definitely solid. I feel like his floor is 20.85, and everyone's treating him like, you know, he's the best catcher in the game. Besides Cal Raleigh, of course. All right, outfield, Churio, overrated in my eyes as well. He's just a 2020 guy. Maybe 2030, maybe 2040, but I'm really saying 2020. Let's see. And the rest of Christian Yelich, he's kind of over the hill. I'm not in love with the Brewers. I don't know how they made it as far as they did last year. So far in the NL Central, they are losing to Cincinnati and the Cubs. For sure. All right, Minnesota, the last team to see if they compete with our Tigers. And pitching staff, no Pablo Lopez this year. Joe Ryan's the truth. He's good. Bullpen is not so good anymore, especially with no more Duran. Jeffers is actually a good sleeper. He'll play every day. Good infield, sort of, not really. It's like a slapstick infield. Buxton's a star, Wallner's good, and Larnach is, you know, he's better real-life player than fantasy player. All right, let's get this second round. Switch CPU to user. No, we are enjoying this. So we got Bonds, Sosa, Manny, Dunn. What a Final Four. What a Final Four. Adam Dunn, let's go, baby. We started this episode with you. Let's end this episode with you. All right, top two advance. Okay, so the Mets, great pitching staff, 1 through 5. Manea could bounce back. David Peterson, Senga, I like Senga a lot. Great late sleeper. Bullpen by committee. Devin Williams lost a job to Luke Weaver. He could lose it again. Oh, Bonds. All right, infield, Francisco Alvarez. You know, I like him more than I did at the start of this preseason. It's really his job. As long as he can play defense, it's his job. That's always been his issue. Polanco, Simeon, Bichette, like a whole new Mets infield with Pete Alonso gone. They got Luis Robert this year. Benji, their rookie, not in love with. Juan Soto, superstar. Lindor, I'm avoiding this year. He had a hand surgery, could affect his power. He's got some speed, but I'm not willing to draft him second round where he's going, even third round, too early. All right, Yankees. Yankees got a lot of injuries in their pitching staff. Bednar probably will keep the job as the closer, but Duvall, do not be surprised if Duvall's a million-mile-per-hour fastball ends up getting him that role at some point. Bednar does have to pitch to keep it. I like Jazz Chisholm a lot. I think he's the best second-round value in fantasy baseball. Someone who goes sometimes in the third round. McMahon, Volpe, Caballero's an interesting stud. If he can get playing time, which looks like it's going to be the case to start the year. Barry Bonds is on one right now. He wants to be in that championship. John Carlos having a big spring. Judge, Bellinger, Grisham. Like this Yankee team, when they're healthy, they are top notch. They're the best Them and the Dodgers are the best teams. Like, it's not really even close. Let's keep it going, though. Let's go to the Phillies. Wheeler might miss the start of the season, maybe a month. Duran, full season closing there. He could easily finish number 2 in saves. Good infield. Bryce Harper, you know, it feels like his power is not the same power that once was. Like 30 home runs would be a great year for him. Outfield, Adolis Garcia was a great add. Kyle Schwarber, big pop. He's a real deal. It's a good team. Look, it's a good team the Phillies have. Is it as good as the Braves? It's comparable to the Braves. I feel like the Braves might win that series. Is it better than the Mets? It's comparable to the Mets. Those 3 teams, Mets, Braves, Phillies, that's going to be a very intense race for that NL East. Okay, let's do Pittsburgh Pirates. Paul Skeens, in my mind, is really the only safe pitcher. Screwball probably is safe. Screwball's been absolutely lights out. No, I'll say Screwball too. Those 2 guys are just like lights out, safe. Dennis Santana might get that closer job, sleeper in fantasy potentially. I like the Brandon Lowe addition. I like the Pirates. You know, when Connor Griffin finally gets called up, he's a deep sleeper for NL Rookie of the Year. First game, he hit 2 home runs. It's like, why even start him in the minors? They should just start him as their number 3 hitter. O'Neal Cruz, Brian Reynolds. Brian Reynolds is a real-life player, not a fantasy player, just all average. O'Neal Cruz, though, he is a stud. He used to qualify at shortstop. Is that gone? Oh, how's Sammy doing? Only 4, he needs to get hot. Pirates have an interesting team. I don't know. Are they ready to compete? Bubba Chandler's supposed to be a star. Urquidy was once upon a time a good pitcher. Can they compete with some? They can compete. They can compete. Even Ozuna as DH, he's got to have 1 more season left in the tank. All right, the Padres. The Padres, I like their pitching staff 1 through 5. Not Vasquez sucks, but JP Sears at 5 is pretty good. Mason Miller, he could be number 2 in saves. Both these guys would be behind Edwin Diaz, by the way. Infield, not so great. Freddie Fermin, they should start Campusano. Campusano's the truth. He just hasn't been able to stay healthy. I don't know how many home runs Sosa hit, but I feel like someone's going to top it. Manny being Manny. We need Adam Dunn to top it. That's who we're rooting for. Tatis is a superstar. Machado's a superstar. And the rest of the team are, in my opinion, overrated guys. Cronenworth, he's done. Gavin Sheets, he was like a prospect 10 years ago that hasn't panned out. Bogarts, he's over the hill. Laureano, guys have been good in like 7 years. Jackson Merrill, way overrated. Way overrated. And Andujar, I doubt he's got anything left in the tank. San Diego, they're okay. They're okay. Not great. San Francisco, let's see who's better. I mean, Logan Webb is great, but I'll still go with San Diego's pitching staff. Ryan Walker, I would go. You know what? I like the San Diego's bullpen more. Devers, I know Devers had a monster year last year, but I don't like him in San Francisco so much. I know he's finally comfortable there, but I'm not in love with it. It's funny, he made such a big deal about playing third base last year, and now he's just an exclusive first baseman, doesn't qualify at third in fantasy anymore. Luis Arias, he's all right contact-wise, not a good fantasy guy. Chapman, Adames, those guys are studs. Ramos, he's solid. I mean, Ramos puts up he doesn't do enough in fantasy, but he's like a good number 5, I guess. Could do worse at your number 5 outfielder. Bader, great defender. Ho Lee, Eldridge, Walker. You know what? San Francisco or San Diego? I do like Michael King a lot, but I would much rather have Webb. I like San Francisco's got a better team. And between San Francisco and Arizona, I like... but San Diego's got the bullpen. I don't know. You can see how close it is. Arizona's right there with them. That NL West is a total toss-up. All right, let's talk about Seattle. Great pitching staff, 1 through 5. Like, it's good enough to make the Yankees be afraid, and they have a good bullpen too. Andres Munoz in the middle, I call him. Munoz in the middle. He's a good closer. He'll get the job done. Cal Raleigh, cheat code in baseball. Josh Naylor, solid. Cole Young, he's having a good spring. Oh, wow. 13 home runs, so Adam Dunn needs to hit 12. Adam Dunn needs to hit 12 in order to advance. Let's go, Adam Dunn. You can do it. Coming off your 26 home run season. You can do it, Adam. Okay. Rest of Seattle's outfield is great as well. J-Rod, superstar, Rosarena, he's a real deal. He's a real deal. Oh, Adam Dunn going to deep center, saying he's not going down quietly this round. He is not going down quietly. Oh, yeah, get out of there, baby. Get out. Oh. Everyone in the crowd could kind of feel like that home run not going out. Anyways, Seattle's got a good enough team to compete with Houston. They have a good enough team to compete with Houston. It's going to be a tight series. And the Angels could surprise. They could surprise. This is Angels in the outfield season. All right, let's go to St. Louis. Feels like St. Louis is tanking. Ever since they got rid of Goldschmidt and Arenado, it's just like, it doesn't even feel like St. Louis anymore. And Wilson Contreras, like, it's just not the same team. This is like the rebuild that has not gone anywhere. Not a good pitching staff, not one guy like for fantasy. Burleson's overrated at first, no power. Gorman's probably their best power hitter. Jordan Walker, Lars Nootbaar, Victor Scott. Like, this is just a trash team. Jordan Walker is a rookie card that people lost a lot of money on. Everyone thought he was going to be the truth. Okay, Tampa Bay. Or as used to be Tampa Bay when Tom Brady was dominating. So they're in the minor league ballpark one more year. And that makes a difference. You know what? Let's make sure that actually... Rays home stadium 2026. Oh, they are going to return to Tropicana. So, you know what? That's going to affect all their power numbers for sure that they're back. All right, we got Bonds and Manny in the championship. That will be a great championship. Do you want CPU to use or no? All right, I'm going Barry. How can it not be? So Tampa Bay, I like their outfielders. You know what? It even helps that they're going to be back home, because Chandler Simpson's going to steal a ton of bases this year. Jake Fraley, can't forget about him. I feel like DeLuca might end up taking some at-bats from Fraley, but Fraley could play himself into an everyday role. Taylor Walls, Caminero, Jonathan Aranda, he might be the real deal. He might be someone that everyone's sleeping on. He doesn't really have enough pop for me at first, but you know what? The guy can hit. I like Cedric Mullins' 2030 season potentially loading. They like to run in Tampa Bay. Nick Fortes not a good catcher. Tampa Bay, Rasmussen, I like Rasmussen. I like McClanahan. Tampa Bay is not a last place team, but they might be last place. They will be last place in the AL East unless, well, we'll see what we think about Toronto once we get there. Okay, let's do Texas. Good pitching staff. DeGrom, Eovaldi, Mackenzie Gore is a great add. Bullpen situations looking like a disaster, though. It's looking like a huge disaster in that bullpen. Like, we might have a new closer every week. Jake Burger, great sleeper. Josh Smith, Josh Jung, Corey Seager, big year, 30, 40 home runs probably. He'll be back. Wyatt Langford, Evan Carter. Evan Carter's got no pop, and Wyatt Langford, he's kind of due. Nimmo, Jock Peterson. Nimmo is a great ad. They have a good team. They have a really good team, the Texas Rangers. I shouldn't say really good. They got a good enough team where they'll win some games. They can compete with any team when DeGrom, Eovaldi, and Gore are pitching. All right, Toronto, or as they once called it, LeBronto. I think that's the best nickname of all time. Barry Bonds only at 5. I don't think that's gonna win. I don't think that's gonna win at all. All right, Toronto, good pitching staff. Savage, good sleeper. Jeff Hoffman, I believe Hoffman will keep that closer role to himself. People are saying to fade him, but Hoffman's the real deal. Vlad Guerrero, overrated in my opinion. Not as much pop as people are giving him credit for. Okamoto might be better than people think. Andres Jimenez, good late sleeper. Jesus Sanchez, Varsho, Barger, George Springer. Those guys are all okay. They're all like 20 home runs would be great seasons for them at this point. Springer, I know he's an all-star last year, but another year older. What is he, 37 now? Let's just see how old he is. He is 36, but he turns 37 later this year at the end of the season. Not in love with Toronto. I don't know how they made it as far as they did. That's a fluke to be in the World Series, nearly win the World Series if it wasn't for that ground rule double under the pads. All right, let's go to Washington, our last team. Look, Zach Little's a good starter. The rest of their starters I don't trust. Their bullpen is definitely nothing to be trusted. CJ Abrams and Wood are stars. Dylan Cruz is supposed to be the real deal. He'll probably get enough opportunities to prove it. Brady House sometimes has that house power. Luis Garcia is very underrated. But at the end of the day, this Nationals team is not competing in the NL East. Them and Miami are competing for last place. And to round out, the Los Angeles Dodgers are going to win the World Series. It's not going to be close. And Barry Bonds ends up taking the home run derby. Only 5 home runs was enough. Well, I appreciate you joining me. I hope you get the Beast Dome draft guide. All you have to do is just send me an email, beast@beastdome.com, and you'll get my strategy, my rankings, and see all my studs and all my busts, and you're just going to dominate your league as easy as that. Have a blessed rest of your week, rest of your month, rest of your year. Beast!